Hello, and thanks for watching. I wanted to take this inaugural video to give a little introduction of myself and the background of what you'll see here. First, I'm Matt Fernandez. I'm an urban planner, general contractor, and small developer here in St. Louis, Missouri, specifically within the Old North St. Louis neighborhood. This neighborhood has quite a history going back thousands of years of human inhabitation to the Mississippian cultures of Native Americans. They were mound builders in the area. Modern inhabitation goes back a little over 200 years to 1816. And development right here started in about the 1850s, which is the approximate date of this building behind me. The main development was 1850s to 1890s, so this is just about the oldest remaining building in the area that we know of. Unfortunately, urban decline hit this area pretty hard over the last 50 to 70 years. We could make a whole long video on that, but to sum it up shortly, we lost a lot of population, we lost a lot of buildings, and unfortunately we're still losing buildings. Thankfully, in the 90s, 2000s, some rehabbers moved into the area, renovated a lot of buildings, thankfully saved a lot of buildings. This is one that is still in need of love, as you can see. It's been vacant since the 90s, fell into city ownership, and that is often a death sentence, unfortunately. Thankfully, in the 2009, the Old North St. Louis Restoration Group, the Neighborhood Association and Community Development Corporation, purchased it and stabilized it. That's why you see bracing on it. That has kept the building standing. Of course, it has no roof, no windows, no walls inside, no floors inside. So this will be a big project that we're approaching. How long it's going to take, don't know. What it's going to take, we don't entirely know. What we do know is that it needs to go down to the foundation and be rebuilt. So that rebuilding work is what we're going to try to document here over the course of the coming years, and we'll also throw in some other activities from our general work. Just right here we have an alley house accessory dwelling unit under construction that is framed up and being finished on the exterior, so we'll do some videos on that and maybe some other content of the work we're doing. But for now, let's walk around a little bit and check out what the conditions are currently. So as you can see, even with the bracing, the brick walls are not in the greatest condition. We looked at what we could save. Unfortunately, it was just too far deteriorated to reuse the two walls that you see here. As we proceed to the back, the problems become even more readily apparent, unfortunately. You can see where some of the walls have collapsed already. There was an addition on the back here that had a severe lean to the rear that we took off about 3 years ago, and we have salvaged all those bricks. They are ready to be reused for the new wall veneer. We'll take a closer look here. We have the scaffolding set up to proceed with taking down the rest of the rear walls here, and this whole missing section collapsed in a storm. You can see the former outline of the west wall on the building next door, where there was a wall that also collapsed. You can also tell that this was the first building built here because the brick on the adjacent house was just laid up tight against it and never jointed and made to appear nice because it was expected to never be seen, and when you're that close there's no real way to finish it anyway. There also is an exterior basement access here that is not so accessible anymore. That will go away and be moved to a different form of access. But we can also admire the bracing here that held this tall wall up. And this is what you can sort of call the inside of the house, although it's just as much outside as it is inside. As you can see, that west wall fell off essentially at the second floor level. Kind of made it easier for us. And as everything collapsed, it just filled up the basement. So this will be quite a task to clean out. The framing, as you can see, was sort of here about 5 years ago. What was left of it at that point has all rotted away and collapsed. It was not salvageable in any way, so that's not really a big deal. We'll come in here with all new lumber and get the floors nice and level. One nice aspect of this house is it will be a zero barrier entry, so the first floor unit will be accessible. This will be rebuilt as a two-family. It was originally built as a two-family, believe it or not. So not particularly large, but you don't need large. We're actually going to be able to fit 2 bedrooms in here with an addition on the back. So should be a good space. So we're up top on the scaffolding now. You can get a sense of the deterioration of the brick walls here. Water damage did everything to this house as best as we can tell. So, you know, the mortar is just old. It washed out, leaves you with no integrity basically. You can see some of the debris and this nice tree that has popped up. So as I was mentioning, that wall there, you can tell the profile of the former roof line there, and it went particularly high on this side because of the zero lot line. You were required for fire protection purposes to give extra height, and we will approach it slightly differently, but we do have those same concerns being on a zero lot line now. You can see where it kind of broke off there. There was a chimney there, which is why I think it broke off there versus another spot. And just another view of the broken brick here in the basement. That's sort of a basement. We don't actually know how deep that is. We will be doing some discovery on that once we can get down there. You can see there's actually a lean to this wall. I don't know how well it picks up. So that's, of course, not something we can continue to work with. The windows are sort of there on the front, but it gives us an idea of what to rebuild. There is, well, anything's rebuildable, but in my opinion, there's not enough there to justify rebuilding those windows. But there is enough here to justify rebuilding the building, and that's what really mattered. As you can see, this mortar is dead. All you have to do is touch a brick and it comes apart. So collapsing brick is interesting because you never quite know how it's going to go. This is all kind of separated, but you can see here below has fallen, and that's all just kind of defying gravity. So to give a sense of what we have accomplished so far with taking that rear section down, we have a yard full of pallets of salvaged brick that will be reused. It will be a veneer over frame construction. We're going to use Zip R, the 1-inch foam, for continuous exterior insulation, and then the full veneer on all 4 sides of the building. And this is the process of taking the walls apart. About as simple as you would imagine. More on that. Now at this point you're probably wondering what this building cost me to buy. Valid question. Thankfully, $0, completely free. That rolls into the next question, of course. What's the budget and do the numbers work? I don't know what the budget is, and I just assume the numbers don't work. And that really doesn't matter in this case, because the overarching goal is to save the building. If it's the oldest standing building in the neighborhood like we think it is, losing money, it doesn't really matter too much. That's just the cost of preservation in this case. So we'll see how that works as we go. I'll be developing a budget soon and see just how bad it is. Maybe we'll be lucky and it's not too terrible. That's the basics of the tour at this point. It's not super long, but there'll be a whole lot more to show coming along. As you can see with a little sneak peek, we are working on disassembling brick at the moment, so more on that later. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you continue to watch. I would love for you to subscribe. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments. I will try to answer anything as best I can. So until next time, thanks for watching. Well, thanks again for watching. Got a little postscript to the video here, and pull back the curtain a little bit. I recorded the original video for this in June of 2023. It is now January of 2024, and I am finally getting around to editing this stuff. We thought we were going to be working a lot more on this building in 2023. Turns out, after I got back from a week at scout camp and a week on vacation, we fell into a much larger project for a client than we expected. That's not a bad thing. That's how we pay for my personal projects, so I won't complain at all about that. But what we said was going to be going forward in this video hasn't quite happened yet. We will be getting back to this project, but I just wanted to let you know in case you continue to watch further videos, which we certainly hope you do, that we will be going off to other fun projects, which we hope will also be entertaining. We had a lot of fun with it, and 2024 we will indeed get back to this building, but as I said, it is now January, which means winter and cold. We had a little bit of snow recently. Looks like potentially some more cold and snow on the way. So I'm going to take that opportunity to finally get these videos out. So that's not a bad thing. So again, thanks for watching. Please keep supporting us. We love to hear comments and thoughts and opinions. Maybe we're crazy. I don't know. Either way, until next time, have a great day.